Hi, I'm Nathan Zamprogno. Tomorrow you'll be coming to Windsor, and your decision will probably send somebody to State Parliament. You're making your decision at a crucial time, and you'll probably be aware of a deal of media commentary swirling around at the moment about whether our party is in some kind of crisis. So let's take a moment to talk about the Liberal brand and ask this question. Why is a good government at risk of losing the next election? Our state's fundamentals are sound, with record infrastructure, impressive growth, the lowest unemployment of any state, and budget surpluses now and into the future. But voters have and will again punish any government that's perceived as being out of step with community concerns, or who are seen as self-absorbed or high-handed or out of touch. We're asking voters to give us a third term, and that's a big ask. And our party's recent performance in Wagga, Wentworth and Victoria should make us reflect on what it is that we stand for. So here's my answer. The Liberal Party should be about competence. Competence trumps ideology. We under-promise and over-deliver. We stand for budgeting within our means and for planning for the prosperity of the next generation at least as much as our own, as a duty. That's how you secure intergenerational equity. We stand for decency, common sense, the rule of law, and the efficient delivery of services and infrastructure over some obsession with social engineering or moral browbeating. We stand for individual liberty, acknowledging the primacy of the family unit as the key building block of society, even while we acknowledge that many families take different forms. I'm a single dad. I've raised my son nearly to manhood, and he is my pride and joy. It should stand for evidence-based policy, arrived at by processes that are sceptical of sectional interests or ulterior motives, be they developers, lobbyists or axe grinders. The Liberal Party should be able to claim the best credentials in looking after the environment or in social policy because sound economic management is the tide that lifts all boats. However, if tomorrow you advance a candidate who can't sell this message, then we are sunk. On just Tuesday last, John Howard said this on the 7:30 report.
Well, I think all political parties have got to remain relevant and they can't live in the past, of course. But when I describe the Liberal Party as a broad church, what I say is that it's the custodian of two liberal traditions. One of them is the classical Liberal one and the other is the Conservative one. It doesn't mean that the Liberal Party is made up half of classical Liberals and half of Conservatives. I mean, I am a mixture of the two. In the end, the Liberal Party is a broad church. It's a broad church of people who hold classical Liberal views and Conservative views, and most of us, my experience has been that we are each a mixture of the two. I certainly was and remain.
This is the key, and this is why I want your support tomorrow. I have portrayed myself as the non-factional figure in this pre-selection, but that's because I am the figure that best represents these two philosophical strains that John Howard himself represents. I have been warmly endorsed by figures from both the moderate and the conservative side of our party, and some of the people who have endorsed me are listed in the email that you'll be getting along with this video. I alone am both socially progressive, economically rational, and unabashed in my pride of Australia as the flower of Western civilization, a peaceful, tolerant, Anglosphere nation. I can be relied upon to treat people with respect and their ideas with scepticism, and to engage you, my parliamentary colleagues, and the broader electorate to sell the Liberal message. I'm seeking your support to become the next member for Hawkesbury because there's work to be done. Thanks for your time.